What I'm going over now is a really cool method for screen printing. This is an excellent way to make screen printing at home. You don't need to use light sensitive emulsion or an exposure unit. This is a very intuitive way of working. So let me introduce you to it. This right here is what's called Speedball screen drawing fluid. What you do with this material is you paint it directly onto your screen. Anything that you paint will become your positive information, or the open part of your screen, your stencil. After that dries, then you apply this material right here, which is called screen filler. This basically fills in your entire negative space area of your screen, blocking ink from going through. So let me show you how this works. First, I have my drawing here. This is just very simply a strawberry and a leaf. We're gonna have two colors here, red and green. So I'm making a 2-layer print. The moments that are red are pretty clear, but then I'm also going to incorporate some areas with red, and then the green will be printed over it to create a new complex color that's more of a brown. So I'm showing another method too of overlapping colors to create a third. This drawing is done using black so I can see it very clearly, but I drew right onto the shiny side of freezer paper. This makes it really easy to release off of my screen, but any kind of reference is fine. You can also freehand it. That's a great way of working too, but I wanted to show this just so that you can see a great method for being able to refer to something. So I'm gonna take this freezer paper and lay it shiny side down onto the back of my screen. So this is a flat side of my screen. And then I'm just gonna tape it in place. There we go. So now I can see my drawing very clearly on the other side. Now, using my screen drawing fluid, I'm going to really make sure that it's shaken up and mixed well. And then any kind of soft brush. I'm going to use this nice angled brush here. I think that this will work well for my purposes. And then what I like to do and this can be purchased through any art supply store or Amazon, whatever works best for you. So I'm dishing out a small amount into the cap here and then painting right onto my screen anywhere where I want the red information. So here I'm filling in all of the red. Okay, so now I'm gonna untape my reference very carefully. And then here I can see if there are any holes that may have happened. So I'm gonna go back in and really make sure that it's nice and solid. You want it to be sort of thick. You don't want it to be too lean. You'll get used to it based on how you handle paint, but if it's too lean, you're more likely to get little tiny holes there. So layering it in this way makes sure that it's nice and solid. And I'm just going to leave that as one layer just to see what it looks like if it's on the thinner side. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, I'm going to blow dry it. We are going to apply our screen filler. So I'm going to make sure it's really shaken up. And then what we're going to do is pour a small amount here on the back side, and then using a squeegee, we're going to bring it all the way up as if it's a scoop coater. There we go. And now we're going to blow dry this. Once your screen filler is dry, you can rinse the drawing fluid off in your sink It's nice to use a nozzle or a shower head or a faucet that has a little bit of pressure to it to help really get any stubborn drawing fluid out. Now it's time to print. You can see here that run 1 has already been printed in a transparent red layer. On top, I'll be printing with another transparent color to really get the two colors to overlap and create a new complex color. To start to clean off the screen filler on your screen, what you want to do is first get the screen wet on both sides. Then, using Speedball's Speed Clean, squeeze a little bit of the product straight onto the screen and scrub it in using some kind of sponge. A normal dish sponge works excellent for this purpose too. Scrub, scrub, scrub on both sides, making sure all your tape is removed. And then let it sit for 5 minutes, ideally in a horizontal position. After 5 minutes, re-scrub the screen again on both sides. You'll start to see the filler start to decompose, and then rinse off. Again, using a hose or nozzle that has a little bit of pressure is going to make this work a lot more effectively.